Venture capital investors are purely financial investors, and thus free transferability and the ability to exit are sacrosanct. However, the investor would not want to put the company in jeopardy and thus would agree to not transfer shares to a named list of competitors. This named list of competitors is agreed in consultation with the founders and applies for a specific time frame. Unlike investor shares, founder shares have several restrictions associated with them. This is because a large part of the company's value is contingent on the founders staying long-term to build the business. These restrictions are broadly around the vesting of shares and their transferability. After the infusion of capital, the founder's shares are typically kept in escrow and released over a period of time. This process is known as reverse vesting, since there are no new shares which are created as part of this process. Founders continue to be owners of their shares, and unlike options, they do not buy equity at a predefined price. This is primarily done to ensure that the long-term interests of the founder and the investor are aligned. For the same reason, founder shares are not freely transferable. Beyond a threshold, if the founders are desirous of transferring their shares to a third party, investor consent needs to be obtained. In case of share sales by founders, investors also require a right of first refusal. A right of first refusal is the first right to either refuse or say no to the securities that a founder proposes to sell to a third party. In terms of process, if a founder has identified a third party who is willing to buy the shares of the founder at a specified price, then the investor will have the right to match that price and buy out the shares. This primarily serves two purposes. One, it enables retention of the shareholding within the existing cap table at a fair market value without having to include an additional investor. And second, it enables a price discovery process to ensure that the founders are provided a fair price for their shares. Typically, up to 5% of the shareholding of a founder on the date of financing can be transferred without the consent of the investor, subject of course to the right of first refusal.